What's up, Chaos Shinobi here. This is What If Naruto Was Neglected. Lightning Dragon. Summary: Naruto's sister gains the power of the Kyubbi. Naruto gains the power of the Jubbi. He is neglected all his life. He grows up to be better than his sister as the Electric Dragon of Konoha. Chapter 7. Last time on the Electric Dragon of Konoha. "Well, Natsumoi," said Naruto as he stood up, "you are good enough for me to have to release my sword. Now strike the celestial heavens, Rariki." Suddenly, a dragon of lightning emerged from Naruto's blade. Also, his sword transformed. It gained a lightning bolt blade that was attached to the hilt by a chain. "Now Natsumoi, you face the true power of my sword. Meet Rariki." Then he swung his sword and the dragon of lightning raced towards Natsumoi. The end result, a large explosion. When the dust cleared, Natsumoi stood vertical bar 3 day after the Chunin exams and invasion vertical bar. "Nasan, I don't want to get up," mumbled Naruto with his face in his pillow as Haku prodded him with a sharp stick of ice. "Well then," replied Haku, "I'll just give all your miso soup to Natsumoi." "I'm up. Just don't give my miso to Natsumoi." "That's for me only," cried Naruto as he jumped out of bed and ran downstairs to have his breakfast. Haku came down laughing at Naruto's antics. After have 3 bowls of miso for breakfast, Naruto went upstairs to get ready for the day. First, he put on a black t-shirt. Then he tied his headband to his left bicep. Next he put on a pair of black ninja pants that had lightning bolts running down its sides. Finally he grabbed his ninja pouch, which was full of his supplies and his sword. He opted not to wear his haori because he doesn't want to wear it until he's a chunin. Then he left for the team training grounds. Vertical bar training ground 10 vertical bar. "Hey Chomper, bum," said Naruto as he arrived at the training field. "Hey Naruto. Do you know what Sensei wanted us here for?" asked Choji. "No, but I have a feeling he's going to tell in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and now," replied Naruto as Hayate appeared in a cloud of smoke. "Hey, Sensei," said Choji, "what did you call us here for?" "I was told to summon you 3 to the Hokage's office." "Let's go," said Hayate. All 3 of the Genin and the Jounin disappeared in smoke as they appeared in the Hokage's office. "Genin of Konoha, I welcome you. The Ninja Council and I have gone over your battles and we have decided which of you will be moving on to become Chunin. When I call your name, step forward to get your tanto and your flak jacket." Minato looked at the Genin before continuing. "Rock Lee, Narashi Kamaru, Yamanaka Ino, Aburum Shino, Hyugan Eiji, Uzumaki Namikaze Naruto." All the Genin stepped forward and received their flak jackets and their tanto. "As of this moment, you are all considered Chunin of Konoha, and will be expected to act as such. Am I clear?" "Crystal," shouted all the new Chunin. "Dismissed. Except for you, Naruto." All the Chunin left, while Naruto was left behind. "Naruto," said Minato as he got up, "I want you to explain to me what you did during your match against Natsumoi. What was that sword, and how did you use it to create lightning?" Naruto regarded Minato for a few seconds before sighing. "It is called a Zanpakuto, or a manifestation of my soul. I gained this when I was younger, if you don't remember. However, I trained with it to master the Shikai form for a long time. I still haven't mastered the final stage completely. Anything else?" "No. You may go." Naruto opened the window in the Hokage's office and jumped out, and started channeling his chakra into his feet to keep him floating as he walked to the training field. Naruto started his training and continued training for about 5 hours. Right now, he could maintain Bankai for about 30 minutes if he really pushed himself. However, he was very effective while using Bankai. After training, Naruto went to the Hokage. "Hokage-sama?" "Yes, Naruto?" replied the Hokage while he continued to do his paperwork. "I was wondering if I could drop the Namikaze from my name." "Why?" asked Minato as he finally stopped his paperwork to look at Naruto. "I wish to become my own person. I can't do that while I have the Namikaze name. I will forever be in yours and Natsumoi's shadow. I need to escape from that shadow. The only way I can think of doing that without you casting me from the family is to drop the Namikaze name. So may I?" "You may," said Minato. He grabbed some papers and started filling it out before having Naruto sign it as well. "As of this moment, you are no longer Uzumaki Namikaze Naruto. You are Uzumaki Naruto, heir to the Uzumaki clan." Vertical bar 5 days later. Vertical bar Chunin Uzumaki, you are to go with Jiraiya and Natsumoi to bring back Tsunade. Do not fail. Your team is waiting for you at the gate. Naruto nodded and left. Right now, Naruto was wearing loose-fitting pants, with a ninja pouch on his left hip. He also wore a kunai holster on both of his legs and zori sandals on his feet. On his top, Naruto wore a black kimono top and a blood-red happy. Also, Naruto now carried two swords. One was his Zanpakuto, which was sealed into a storage seal, which was tattooed onto Naruto's arm. Naruto's other sword was a regular katana, although this one had a normal, rectangular hilt, with an even simpler sheath, as it was wooden as well, with no decorations. Naruto kept it on his obi, which was a deep blue. Naruto arrived at the gate with a bag strapped across his shoulder, to see that both of his traveling partners were already ready to go. "Come on, hurry up, Naruto," said Natsume. "Oh?" said Naruto surprised, "are you being nice for a change?" "Yes," replied Natsume, shocking Naruto. "I've had some time to reflect, and I've seen that I was just a big jerk. If it's possible, can we start over, brother?" "I would like that, Natsume," replied Naruto with a smile. Naruto kept on walking, not bothering to wait for Natsume or Jiraiya. "So where is Tsunade?" asked Naruto. "According to my informants, she was last spotted in Tanzakugai," replied Jiraiya. Jiraiya noticed the sword on Naruto's belt was different than the one he used against Natsume. "Naruto, is that a different sword?" Naruto glanced down at his sword and nodded. "Why use a different sword? I thought that your sword was already good enough." "It is. But this sword is a test. If they can beat me when I am using this sword, then they will deserve to fight me using my other sword. That is all. Though if I face someone of your level, I would be using my other sword right away, and not this sword. You are just too good for me to match." As they were walking, Jiraiya handed Natsume a balloon. "Natsume, I want you to pop this balloon, using only your chakra." Natsume took the balloon, and nodded. "And Naruto, well, I have no idea what you can do, apart from what I saw in the battle against Natsume, which I assume wasn't all of it." "Well, you know what I can do with my other sword, right?" Jiraiya nodded that he did. "Well, other than that, I have created a taijutsu style, and I am able to go head-to-head with the taijutsu specialist of my Junon year. He also got promoted to Chunin. My ninjutsu is top-notch. I can use lightning, wind, and water jutsu. As for genjutsu, well, I can't use any as of right now, as it's impossible for me to send chakra into another person's body, and manipulate it, but I am immune to almost any genjutsu, save for the Tsukuyomi that Uchiha Itachi, murderer of the Uchiha clan, was able to use. See, as for my kenjutsu skills, well, I am able to go for about 20 minutes with Hayate-sensei. My Fuinjutsu would only be second to yours or Hokage-sama's. After all, it was I who sealed Sasuke's curse mark." "I see. Well, the only training I can give you would be battle experience. That is probably the only thing keeping you from becoming a Jounin or special Jounin. You have the power, but not the experience. Is there any jutsu that you are working on that is giving you trouble?" "Yeah. I am trying to perfect a speed jutsu that will make me as fast as Hokage-sama. The jutsu involves using my natural skill with lightning and wind. It involves pushing wind out from my back, and using lightning on my feet to keep going. The only problem is that I can only use it for a minute before my feet are burned." "That is very interesting. I don't know how you would keep it from burning up. The only way I can think of is to increase your lightning control, and experiment on how much lightning your feet can handle until it starts to burn." For the next few hours, Naruto and Natsume practiced their respective jutsu as they walked to the town that Tsunade was side in. When they got there, the three ninja walked to the hotel that they had reserved to stay at, and put all their belongings there. "Let's go out to eat. Maybe we'll run into Tsunade that way," said Jiraiya. All of them, Natsume, Jiraiya, and Naruto, left to go eat at a bar/restaurant. When they got there, Naruto spotted Tsunade, and whispered to Jiraiya. All three of them sat down at Tsunade's table. "Who the hell are we?" said Tsunade before realizing whom she was staring at. "Oh. It's you, Jiraiya." "Hey, no need to sound so depressed. After all, it's been what, 20, 30 years since we've seen each other?" Meanwhile, Naruto smelled the distinct smell of snake around Tsunade. "Anyway, who are these brats?" asked Tsunade. "They are the children of Minato Namikaze. The one on my right is my apprentice, Natsume Namikaze, while the one on my left is Naruto Uzumaki. Naruto is the heir of the Uzumaki clan, while Natsume is the heir of the Namikaze clan." "Oh? So what? That won't make me come back to the leave." "You were visited by Orochimaru, weren't you?" said Naruto. "How did you know?" asked Tsunade. "You are giving off the scent of a snake. I don't know what kind of history you have with Orochimaru, or what deal he made with you. If you attack my home with him, I'll kill you," said Naruto with a cold look as he stood up and left. Who does he think he is?" asked Tsunade as she drank some more sake. "He is Sarutobi-sensei's heir. He is the sole wielder of the Monkey Clan. And, He is also on par with some jounin, despite his age and the amount of training he has had. Understood? Yeah, said Tsunade as she got up and left to go find Naruto. She found him in the outskirts of the city training. Stream burst, shouted Naruto. He disappeared in a flash of blue light and started appearing in one spot, and then another for about 10 minutes before he finally stopped. Damn, said Naruto as he removed his sandals to look at his slightly burned feet. Well, it's better than it was last week. I almost have this down. Brat, said Tsunade from behind him. Naruto turned to see Naruto and turned back. What do you need, Tsunade? I am busy training. I want to make a bet with you. I will bet my necklace, as well as coming back to the leaf peacefully, and you will bet that if you lose, I don't have to come back. What is the bet? I bet that you cannot master that technique with the weak, said Tsunade triumphantly. Lady, you've got yourself a bet. Don't come crying to me when you lose, replied Naruto before yelling, stream burst. Tsunade smiled and went back to her hotel. Meanwhile, Naruto continued to train hard with his new technique. For 3 days straight, Naruto worked on perfecting his technique as much as he could. Finally, on the eve of the 3rd day, Naruto collapsed from exhaustion. Vertical bar Naruto's mindscape vertical bar. Naruto-kun, wake up, prompted Kemi. Naruto groaned and got up, blinking away his tiredness. Kasan? I was sleeping. I know, but I have some advice on your technique, unless of course you don't want it. Trailed off Kemi. No, I want your advice. Please help me, Kasan. Very well. As you know, you have to channel the lightning through your feet. What you don't know is that you are trying to tame it, which is not in the nature of lightning. You have to let it move freely. Understand, Naruto-kun? I think so, Kasan. Basically, I've been trying to tame the lightning, but I shouldn't. I should just guide it, and let it move unrestricted. Exactly. Now get back out there, and win this bet. Understood, Kasan, said Naruto, before disappearing from his mindscape. Vertical bar real world vertical bar. Yosh, yelled Naruto, now I know how to use this jutsu. Stream burst. Naruto disappeared into flashes of light, and for at least an hour he was able to use the jutsu continuously. I've mastered it. However, right as he said that a huge explosion occurred outside of town, on the other side of town. Damn, it's on the other side of town, muttered Naruto as he raced there. On his way, he encountered Natsume. Come on Natsume, let's go. When they got there, Naruto saw both Tsunade and Jiraiya fighting Orochimaru. Tsunade also had blood splattered on her face. Pondered Naruto, so she's gotten over her fear of blood, has she? Naruto turned to see Tsunade's attendant, Shizune, get thrown back by Kabuto. Naruto drew his blade and silently walked towards Kabuto. Kabuto, traitor of the leaf. You'll be dealt the justice that you deserve. If you think you can beat me easily, you are wrong. Mandra, get him, shouted Kabuto. A purple snake shot out of the ground towards Naruto. Naruto dodged, while weaving hand seals. Summoning jutsu, shouted Naruto, as he landed on the ground. From the smoke, a gruff, but young-looking monkey appeared. I am Ada, son of Enma the Monkey King. I will fight with you. Thank you, Ada. Take care of the snake, while I fight the summoner, said Naruto. As you wish, replied Ada. Ada jumped at Mandra, and started fighting with the snake. Now, it's just you and I, Kabuto. Let's make this a good fight. Burst stream. Naruto took a step, before disappearing into a flurry of lights. Each time the light appeared near Kabuto, Kabuto would receive a deep cut. Damn it, Naruto, come on out and fight like a real ninja. Fine. If that's what you want, said Naruto, as he appeared before Kabuto with his sword bloodied with Kabuto's blood. Let's finish this. Naruto charged at Kabuto with his blade raised. Kabuto drew a kunai, and charged at Naruto, and they started clashing with their blades. Meanwhile, Natsume prepared to jump in if Naruto got defeated, though that was unlikely. Chakra scalpel, said Kabuto, as he blocked Naruto's sword slash with his kunai. Kabuto tried to get in close to hit Naruto, but Naruto's foot diverted his hand. Lightning style, heavenward halberd, shouted Naruto as he held up the hand that was not holding his sword. A halberd made out of lightning formed, and flew towards Kabuto at a blinding speed. Naruto raced towards Kabuto, who was about to dodge, but was stopped by Naruto hitting Kabuto in the legs, stopping him from moving. The halberd flew through Kabuto's chest, exploding upon impact. This sent Naruto flying, as well as killing Kabuto. Natsume helped Tsunade and Jiraiya, whispered Naruto before he passed out. Vertical bar 2 hours later. Vertical bar. Naruto awoke a few hours later to see a green necklace hanging around his neck. He got up and left the hotel to find Natsume and Jiraiya sparring. "Oi, are we leaving soon? And where's Tsunade?" asked Naruto. The two stopped sparring and walked over to Naruto. "We were waiting on you. But know that you are awake, we can go." Tsunade went to grab all of her stuff. "Grab your stuff and meet us on the outskirts of town." Naruto nodded and went to grab his stuff, before turning in his key and going to the outskirts of town, where he saw Tsunade, Shizune, Natsume, and Jiraiya. The group then started their journey back to the Leaf Village. When they got back, Naruto went home to get some much-needed rest, while Tsunade went to talk about why Minato called her back. Vertical bar Hokage's office. Vertical bar. "Tsunade," said Minato, "I'm sure you're wondering why you were called back." "That did cross my mind. I've decided to create a medical corps like you suggested during the war. Why the third didn't take your suggestion, I'll never know. But I want you to create. I know of at least a few ninja who would be willing to join. Will you take my offer?" "Will I have full control over the medical corps? Without any interference from the council?" "Of course." "Then I accept." Vertical bar. 5 days later. Vertical bar. "Ice style, Ice Senbone," yelled Haku as she jumped in the air and set an omnidirectional attack at Naruto. "Plasma sphere," responded Naruto. A sphere of plasma energy surrounded Naruto, protecting him from the Senbone. Plasma bolt. Naruto extended 2 of his fingers at Haku, and fired a bolt of plasma right at Haku, knocking her to the ground. Water style, Crashing Dragon. A huge dragon of water erupted from the ground, tackling Haku to the ground. Naruto raced towards Haku, drawing one of his trench knives and channeling lightning chakra through them. However, Haku was able to recover and started weaving hand seals. "Ice style, Garden of Paradise," yelled Haku as she slammed her hands onto the ground. Many roses sprouted from the ground, complete with spiky thorns, hitting Naruto in the side, knocking him to the ground. "Come on Naruto, is that the best you have? You can do better than this, little brother." Naruto grit his teeth and struggled to get back on his feet. "I am not done, Hakune," ground out Naruto. "Genjutsu, Kyokusui Getsu," whispered Naruto. Haku tensed and waited for what was going to happen, but nothing was different as far as she could tell. Suddenly, Naruto was in front of her, delivering a flurry of slashes with his trench knives. "Release," shouted Haku as she flared her chakra. Despite that, nothing changed. Haku grit her teeth. "What is going on here?" "Water style, Water bullet," whispered Naruto from behind her. She slashed at him with an ice kunai, but her blade just passed right through him. "You can feel me near you, can't you, Hakune? This is my only genjutsu, but also one of the most powerful that you'll ever see." Naruto then ended the genjutsu. "Naruto, what was that?" "As I said, the only genjutsu I have created." "I know that. I mean the fact that I couldn't feel anything wrong." "Oh. Kyokusui Getsu. This genjutsu makes all enemies aware of my presence. It doesn't hide my presence. However, while you can see me and are aware of my presence, you can never reach me. It is like a moon reflection upon a pond. You can see the moon, but not reach it." Haku stared dumbfounded at Naruto's explanation. Her little brother created such a complex technique? "Awesome," yelled Haku as she glomped Naruto and started squeezing him. "You've done something, even I can't do. Now, for your reward, I'll make you some of my beef stew." "How does that sound?" "Yay," shouted Naruto, "I get some of Ne-chan's beef stew." As they were going in, however, 2 hawks flew toward the 2 ninja. Haku took out her scroll to see a mission. "Naruto," said Haku as she sighed, "I'm going to have to postpone making you beef stew. I have a mission to do. I'll make it when I come back. Understood?" "Yes, Ne-chan." "It's okay, Hokage-sama has summoned me to his office. I'll see you later, Hakune." Naruto raced towards the Hokage's office and appeared before him. "Hokage-sama, what is it that you require of me?" Minato sighed. Naruto still wouldn't call him an Kushinato-san or Ka-san. "Not anymore." "Chunin Uzumaki, you've been called here because of an incident that happened last night? Your sister was found unconscious on a bench last night. She was trying to stop Sasuke from leaving the Leaf Village. As of this moment, you are issued the mission to track down Sasuke and apprehend him if possible. Kill him if you have no other choice. Understood?" "Hokage-sama, if I take some other Chunin, who will be in command?" "You are. Now form a team and stop them. We believe Sasuke is on his way to Orochimaru." "That cannot happen." "Understood?" "Yes, Hokage-sama. Sasuke will either come back alive, or he won't make it to Orochimaru alive. May I go gather my team?" "Yes. Go Chunin Uzumaki. Use all your power to complete this mission." Naruto nodded and left to go find Shikamaru, Choji, Natsume, Shino, Kiba, Neji, Lee, Tenten, and Hinata. The entire team gathered at the gate. "Alright," said Naruto when they got there, "all of you have been called for one reason. We are to either bring back Sasuke Uchiha, or kill him. If we cannot capture him, we are to kill him. Is that understood?" Everyone around Naruto nodded. "Good." "Sorry, Naruto," said Shino, "but what is the chain of command, as many of us are the same rank?" "I am in command, appointed by Hokage-sama. Now, we will be tracking Sasuke in 2 lines. The first line will be Kiba, followed by Shikamaru, who will be the quick thinker and will give Kiba orders based on what happens. Next will be Natsume, then Choji, and finally will be Hinata. The next line will be Shino, followed by me, then Lee, then Tenten, and finally Neji. There will be a width of 50 meters between the 2 lines. Using the seals that already on Choji and Shikamaru, we will be able to communicate if we run into trouble. Any questions?" When no one raised their hands, they got into formation and headed out. After about 20 minutes of jumping through the trees, Naruto felt his communication seal heating up. Naruto called for a stop. When Naruto checked the seal, he saw the word, "Choji and Natsume are fighting with one of the Sound Four, the group sent to retrieve Sasuke. Should we come closer to each other?" Naruto replied, "Yes." He then turned to his team. "Alright, we are moving towards Shikamaru's team. Choji and Natsume are already in a fight. Let's keep going and hope we don't run into a fight." Naruto and his group continued until they met up with Shikamaru's group. After about 30 minutes, they had the other 3 members of the Sound Four, and then an extra member from when they had been the Sound Five. Neji and Tenten faced off with Kitamaru. Kiba and Hinata faced off against Sakon and Ukon. Shikamaru and Shino faced off against Tuya. And finally, Lee had faced off against Kimimaro. Also, the 3 Sans siblings, Gaara, Kankuro, and Temari arrived to help. Gaara helped Lee against Kimimaro. Kankuro helped out against Sakon and Ukon, and Temari helped out against Tuya. Meanwhile Naruto went on ahead to face off against Sasuke. Naruto landed on the head of Hiroshima Senju, while Sasuke stood on the head of Madara Uchiha. "Sasuke," yelled Naruto, "come back to the leaf, and you won't have to fight me." "Humph. You think you know everything, but you don't. Orochimaru will give me power. Enough power to kill Itachi. And the power to finally surpass you. Why should I return to the leaf? Besides the fact that I will kill you if you don't?" asked Naruto. "Ha! You couldn't kill me. I'm your comrade." "Not anymore. For you, I will attack you with my full power from the start." Naruto unsealed Rariki, and put Rariki in his belt. No holding back. "Good. Fire style, fireball jutsu. Wind style, wind slash." Naruto slashed with his sword, slicing the fireball in 2. "What? Fire is superior to wind, so how did you stop my fire attack?" "That's for me to know, and you to never find out," said Naruto as he jumped off the head of Hiroshima, and onto the head of Madara. "Now we fight." The two engaged in a taijutsu battle, and although Sasuke had a fully developed Sharingan, he wasn't able to dodge all the attacks that Naruto dished out, and was repeatedly hit in the stomach, the head, and sometimes in the place where the sun doesn't shine. "Kuso," growled Sasuke. "I won't lose to some loser like you." Fire style, fire dragon flame jutsu. Sasuke spewed a bunch of flames, which took the shape of a dragon head, with its mouth wide open. Naruto dodged, and saw Sasuke stab him with the Chidori, before yanking it violently out of Naruto. "Damn," whispered Naruto as he coughed up some blood. "You've made a fatal mistake, Uchiha. Now, strike the celestial heavens, Rariki." Naruto's sword started to emit massive amounts of lightning as well as the chain and lightning bolt appeared. Naruto started swing the chain. "How long will you last when I use this power?" "I will not be defeated," yelled Sasuke as he used his kunai to block the chain and the katana. "So you do have some skills," said Naruto, before he stabbed Sasuke in the chest. "Come on, this can't be all the power of the great Uchiha clan. Or is this your limit?" "Damn you to hell," yelled Sasuke as he entered the level 1 cursed seal form. "No. You're going to hell. As a thank you gift for being good comrade, and for putting up with my sister, I shall allow you to witness the jutsu that allows me to move as fast as Hokage-sama," said Naruto, causing Sasuke's eyes to widen. Burst stream. Naruto disappeared, until there was a flash of light next to Sasuke, and when Naruto appeared behind Sasuke, his sword was bloody. Sasuke smiled and whispered, "Thank you, Naruto. Goodbye." Sasuke then fell forward, dead. "You're welcome, Uchiha." Naruto sheathed his sword and resealed it back into the containment seal before heading back to the Leaf Village with Sasuke's body, as every other person of the retrieval team had already went back to the village. When Naruto entered the village, the Hokage and the advisors were there. "Chunin Uzumaki, come with us," Naruto sighed and gave the body to Natsume, who took it to the autopsy department. Vertical bar council chambers. Vertical bar. "Chunin Uzumaki, explain yourself," said Danzo. "What do you mean?" asked Naruto. "I mean, why did you kill Uchiha Sasuke?" "I had no choice. I couldn't knock him unconscious to bring him back, and I couldn't let him go to Orochimaru," said Naruto. "Why not?" asked Koharu. "We would have had another chance to bring Sasuke back to the Leaf." "Yes, but that would go against my orders," said Naruto. "Hokage-sama ordered me to kill Uchiha Sasuke if I couldn't bring Sasuke back to the village." Koharu, Danzo, and the other civilian council members sighed. "Yes, I guess you're right. But you are suspended from duty for killing a ninja of the Leaf," said one of the civilians. "No, he is not," said the Hokage. "Chunin Uzumaki was following my orders. And you don't have the power to order my subordinates. None of you do. In case you've forgotten, this is a dictatorship. I rule the village the way is best for the village. And my ninjas answer to me only. Understood?" The civilians nodded. "Then this council is dismissed." Naruto nodded and left. When he saw Natsume, he saw that she had something in her hands, the Uzumaki blades. "Hi Naruto. If you're the heir to the Uzumaki clan, then you should have these blades. I'll just use the new katana I got." "What new katana?" asked Naruto. "Oh yeah, I forgot. A lot of us formed these strange new weapons while we were on the mission. They are like yours when we have to utter a phrase and call out its name, and then it transforms. I got a wind-based one called Tashikaz. Would you mind helping me train in it?" "Of course. But we'll have to ask Hakune for help as well, you know." Natsume's eyes widened. She was scared of Haku because Haku didn't like Natsume due to the way Natsume had treated Naruto in the past. "It's okay, little sister. You just have to earn her trust, and everything will be fine. Now, I have to get going." "Heir unharmed. Well then, let's see which is stronger, the dragon of your sword or the Kyubbi's chakra." Now on to the story. "Yes Natsume, let us see which heir of our clan is the strongest. Is it Naruto, the outcast, or Natsume, the prodigy?" Then without warning, Naruto rushed out at Natsume with his sword swing to chop off her hands. But they were stopped by both of Natsume's swords. "You will never beat me. I would kill myself before losing to you." Then she opened her mouth and began charging a ball of chakra. "Grr. I have no choice. If I want to survive that one-tailed beast bomb blast, I'll have to create my own using the Jubbi. I'll have to pass it off as a hollow technique. If I make it look like a Sero, that should do it," thought Naruto as he too started creating a one-tailed beast bomb blast. When he started creating the attack, everyone in the stadium was confused. How could a regular shinobi create an attack that was unique only to Jinchuriki? Both of them fired the blasts at the same time. However, since Natsume started charging her attack first, her attack was able to break through Naruto's attack and engulfed him. But when the smoke disappeared, he looked completely unscathed, save for the fact that Naruto had lost his shirt and jacket. However, everyone could see some tattoos on Naruto's body. On his stomach there was a dragon that looked like it was made up of many different seals. Across his chest were 2 red and black lightning bolts. However, the most notable tattoo was the monkey tattoo on his back. "DCH. Looks like I need a new shirt. Guess I'll also use my Haori as well." He unsealed a shirt that was all black. He also unsealed a Haori that had the kanji for 10 on the back. After he put it on, Naruto then charged at Natsume with his sword slicing through the air in one hand, while in the other, there was the chain that was connected to a lightning bolt-shaped blade. He threw the chain at Natsume where it wrapped itself around her arm. As he pulled her towards him, he plunged his sword in the direction of her neck. Natsume responded by doing a seal-less substitution jutsu with a log. As Natsume got away, Naruto was busy thinking of a way to land a decisive blow so that he could finish this match quickly. He then decided to do the unexpected to finish this match as quickly and logically as possible. He sensed that Natsume was hiding in the trees trying to figure out a way to match up against Naruto. However, Naruto had no intention of letting Natsume prolong this match any longer. Shadow Clone Jutsu. Naruto then nodded at the clone who started performing the necessary seals for a long-range substitution jutsu. Meanwhile, Naruto started his chant necessary for the Hado that he was about to use. Suddenly, in a poof of smoke the clone disappeared just as Naruto finished his chant and switched with Natsume. Naruto grinned. "Hado 90, Black Coffin. Then suddenly black energy with a purple outline surrounded Natsume. Then, the spears surrounding the box were pushed through the coffin, resulting in a high-pitched scream. When the energy disappeared, Natsume was falling to the ground with multiple holes in her chest. Then Asuma stepped in and announced the winner. Winner of this match is Uzumaki Namikaze Naruto. Will the participants of the next match step forward? The next match is between Uchiha Sasuke and Sabaku no Gaara. As he was announcing the contestants of the next match, the healers came to take Natsume away to the hospital. Vertical bar up in the stands. Vertical bar. Humph. Now you all shall see the greatness of the Uchiha clan. No insane crazed freak will be able to beat me, said a smirking Sasuke as he walked down to the arena. Fool, whispered Naruto as he watched the two fighters down in the arenas preparing to fight. Shikamaru and Choji looked at Naruto weirdly. Ryu, why is he a fool? I mean, sure, Gaara is crazy, but both of them are strong, especially with Sasuke having the Sharingan. Surely it will be a close match, asked Choji. He's a fool because he doesn't have nearly enough stamina or chakra. Gaara is like Natsume. Except the Ichibi's powers grant her free control over sand. There are many people who could control sand to that degree. Only the 3rd and 4th Kazekages were able to attain such a level of control over sand, but even this was only attained after studying how Jinchuriki of the Shukaku manipulated the sand. None of them were ever able to do it without the help of a host, explained Naruto. Vertical bar down in the arena. Vertical bar. Both fighters had finally readied themselves. Both were ready to fight to prove they were the strongest. All right, said Asuma, now that both are ready to fight, let the match begin. Both Sasuke and Gaara jumped backwards to put some distance between them before they started fighting him. Gaara then summoned a wave of sand behind him and started using the sand particles as bullets, shooting them at Sasuke at about 15 miles per hour. Using his Sharingan, Sasuke was able to dodge most of the bullets that was sent in his direction. The few bullets that did hit him, only grazed his arms barely, but caused lasting damage. Gah! How the hell can she get those bullets to move at such a high rate of speed? Doesn't matter now. If I use a fire jutsu on the sand, it should at the very least become heavier and harder to manipulate, thought Sasuke as he prepped one of his most powerful fire jutsu. Fire style, raging infernos, yelled Sasuke, spewed fire from his mouth. Lots and lots of fire. Gaara's eye widened in fear as she realized what Sasuke was trying to do to his sand. Sand style, shield of the Shukaku, yelled Gaara. Then suddenly, a shield looking like the Shukaku appeared which was blocking the fearsome fire jutsu. Sand style, rise of the Shukaku. A ball of sand started to appear around Gaara as she gathered the chakra of the Shukaku from within the ball of sand. Sasuke narrowed his eyes. How would he be able to defeat something like that if he wasn't able to puncture the shell? He only had two choices: use a huge amount of fire jutsus to cause the sand to turn into glass, or use the Chidori to puncture the shell. The only problem with both choices is that they would eat up almost half of his chakra. Fine, since I have no choice, Gaara, I will be using Chidori to take you out. Now get ready to feel the pain, yelled Sasuke as he jumped up onto the walls of the arena and started to form the Chidori. Vertical bar in the Jonan box. Vertical bar. Naruto-kun. What does Sasuke mean by the Chidori? He means that he's going to use the only original technique of his. You'll know it anywhere due to the fact that it makes the sounds of birds chirping. But there is another level of the Chidori that is much more powerful called Reiki, the same name as Mizanpicto. This is due to the fact that Kakashi was able to cut a bolt of lightning in two with that attack. But get ready to evacuate citizens. If Gaara is doing what I think she's doing, then there's going to great chaos. I just hope that no one has chosen to invade us at this time. Vertical bar. Meanwhile in the stands, civilian/ninja stands. Vertical bar. Kabuto, said Orochimaru's voice as it came out of the headphone in Kabuto's ear underneath Kabuto's Onbu mask. Yes, Orochimaru-sama? Responded Kabuto. After Sasuke breaks through Gaara's sphere, I want you to initiate the wide-range genjutsu. Yes, Orochimaru-sama. I understand. It shall be done. Good. Dismissed. Then there was only static in the headphones. Kabuto then resumed watching Sasuke and Gaara battle it out. Sasuke at the moment had just finished charging the Chidori in his left hand. Vertical bar. Back down in the arena. Vertical bar. After Sasuke jumped up onto the arena wall, charged, and formed the Chidori, he charged straight down the wall to gain as much speed as he could. Then, when his feet touched the solid ground, he started pushing chakra into his feet as well to make him go even faster. As he neared the sphere, spikes shot out of the sphere. However, Sasuke was able to dodge the spikes, while continuing his charge at Gaara, thanks to his Sharingan. But when he punctured the sphere, he was surprised when it didn't go all the way through and that he heard screaming from inside the sphere. Blood. This is my blood. Curse you, Uchiha. I will kill you. Sasuke jumped back away from the sphere. And it was not a moment too late, for a moment later, the Shukaku tail smashed onto the point on which Sasuke was standing just a moment earlier. But then, the sphere around him broke, leaving a very tired and as normal as can be looking Gaara. Vertical bar in the stands. Vertical bar. In the stands, Kabuto started weaving many hand seals. After he finished the last hand seal, he started the Genjutsu. Genjutsu, gentle sleep by leaves illusion. All around the arena, leaves started falling as the villagers and all visiting ninjas started to fall asleep. However, there were a few who resisted the urge to fall asleep. Naruto and the rest of the Jonin cancelled out the Genjutsu as well as all the Jounin Sensei, high-ranking ninja, the Hokage, and Anbu Black Ops. After cancelling out the Genjutsu, Naruto and the rest of the Jonin started defending the helpless villagers from the attacking Sound and Wind Ninja that had started attacking the Leaf Village, both from within and from the outside. The Sound Ninja from the outside had summoned many snakes using Orochimaru's blood. The Wind and Sound Ninja were relentlessly attacking all ninja from the inside. At the cage box, the Kazekage sprung into action by getting behind the Hokage and putting a kunai to his neck, while the Sound Four erected a purple barrier around the roof of the cage box, where the Kazekage had dragged the Hokage. Meanwhile, some Sound Ninja had managed to throw Kushina out of the barrier. Kushina killed them all right afterwards, as they had caught them her surprise when they had kicked her out of the barrier. She decided to do her best to eliminate or subdue any enemy ninja. But in the cage box, Minato was having a friendly chat with the Kazekage. "Well, you have me in quite a predicament, don't you, Lord Kazekage, or should I say Orochimaru? But no matter, how do you expect to defeat me, if you can't even tell that I'm a clone?" Lada. Then an explosion rocked throughout the barrier. Orochimaru had to jump back, but Minato was already behind Orochimaru and going for a stab with his kunai. And so, the Battle of Cages had begun. While all of this was going on, Baki, Team Sans Sensei had told Temari and Kankuro to get Gaara out of here so that the invasion of the Leaf could come. But as they were leaving, Asuma told Sasuke to get Gaara. At the same time, Hayate told Naruto to go after Sasuke and send a squad to defend the academy. Naruto nodded. "Alright, Sensei," responded Naruto. He then surveyed the Jonin before him and made a decision. "Shika, Shino, Neji, Ino and Hinata, you go to the academy and help protect it. Kiba, Akamaru, Choji, and Lee, you're with me." "Why the hell should we listen to you?" asked Kiba and Neji. "Other than the fact that the Jounin put me in command?" "Well, because I'm more mature than you and can kick your asses any day. Now move out." With that, the academy group headed towards the academy while assault group moved in on Sasuke and Gaara. Vertical bar location, Konoha Forests. Position, Sasuke and Gaara. Vertical bar. As Temari, Kankuro, and Gaara headed through the forest, Gaara started to whisper hoarsely, "Let me ego. Let me go." Gaara then kicked them both away and started to gather a brown-colored chakra around him. Soon the sand in his gourd started spreading over his arm. The left arm of Shukaku had emerged. However, the transformation was temporarily delayed because Sasuke had arrived and threw some kunai with exploding tags connected to them. The explosions were big enough to blow Temari and Kankuro from Gaara. "Humph. Pathetic, you have to become a monster to defeat me? I will show you the true brilliance of the Uchiha clan." Fire style, Fireball Jutsu. Sasuke started the battle off strong with one of the most powerful jutsus in his arsenal. Unfortunately, all it did was annoy Gaara. "What was that? Was that supposed to heat me up because I really needed that heat? If that's the best you can do, Uchiha, then you're toast. Ha 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 ha." Then Gaara swung the arm of the Shukaku at Sasuke, causing many trees to fall down. Vertical bar. Meanwhile, with Naruto. Vertical bar. Boom. Naruto's eyes stopped and stared in the direction of the loud noise. He also was trying to get a feel of whether Sasuke and Gaara were in that area. "Naruto, what the hell are you doing staring off into space? We need to get moving to find Sasuke and Gaara," yelled Kiba. "Shut up, mutt. I was trying to see if Gaara or Kiba was in that direction. However, I have figured out that they are in that direction, but there are two incoming chakra signatures. If I had to guess, it would be Gaara's brother and sister. Kiba, Akamaru, and Choji, you take on the puppeteer. Lee, you take Temari. Take Temari down fast and hard, otherwise it'll be troublesome to deal with her." "Got it, Naruto. But what will you be doing?" "I will be going to save Sasuke and kick Gaara's ass. Now let's go." Ike. Kiba, Lee, and Choji nodded and headed towards their enemies. Choji and Kiba heading for Kankuro to the left and Lee heading for Temari to the right. Naruto headed straight for Gaara and Sasuke. Vertical bar with Temari and Lee. Vertical bar. Temari was heading towards the Leaf Shinon when she saw a green blur heading straight for her. She dodged and threw a few shuriken at the green blur. However, the shuriken weren't fast enough to hit the green blur. Then the green blur landed on a tree branch. Hello Mistress of the Wind. I am Rock Lee, the second proud green beast of Konoha. I cannot let you pass. I will not let you get to Naruto. My fires of youth aid me in defeating you. The fact that you are invading us is most unyouthful. Very well then, but prepare to be defeated. Don't come crying to me when you lose. You can be assured that I don't, for it will be you who will be coming crying when I kick your butt. Then Lee rushed at Temari like a wild beast. But this time, she was ready. She swung her fan at Lee, sending a blast of wind at him. However, he was able to keep going and land a solid punch on her, going right through her fan. Without her fan, she was unable to fight well, resulting in her surrender. Vertical bar with Kiba, Akamaru, Choji, and Kankuro. Vertical bar. As Kankuro ran towards Naruto to stop him from getting to Gaara, he was intercepted by the shuriken of two of the Leaf Shinon. Choji and Kiba landed in front of him with a battle-ready stance. Well, what do we have here? Two ninjas of the Leaf have come to defend their friend. How touching. Yubaka. I am no friend of Naruto. I am only doing this because he is the only one of our group who has the greatest chance to be able to defeat your crazed teammate. We will not let you past us. If you want to get to Naruto, then you have to get through Kiba and me. So bring it on because there is no way that you could possibly defeat both of us in combat. Very well. Come forth, Black Crow, yelled Kankuro as he grabbed the bandaged object of his back. He put the object on the tree branch and used his chakra to unwrap the cloth around the puppet quickly. He then activated the puppet by attaching chakra strings from his fingers to the body parts of the puppet. Then, by making several finger motions, he made the puppet move forwards while unleashing a flurry of poison-tipped kunais at the Leaf Ninja from Black Crow's mouth. Kiba and Akamaru dodged and followed it up with a jutsu. Piercing drill, yelled Kiba as he spun his way right at Kankuro. However, he was forced to swerve out of the way because Black Crow came right at him with some nasty, poisoned sword blades replacing its hands. But before Kankuro could make Black Crow get close enough to Kiba, Choji attacked Black Crow. Partial expansion jutsu. Using his expanded arm, Choji flattened the puppet Black Crow by grabbing a tree and smashing the puppet with it. Then he turned around and smacked Kankuro with it. Kiba was about to go finish it when Choji stopped him. Leave him. He is no threat without his puppet. Let's go see if Lee needs any help and then go back up Naruto. Vertical bar with Naruto. Vertical bar. Naruto was racing through the trees and was able to find Sasuke and Gaara fairly easily. When Naruto arrived, Sasuke was starting to charge the Chidori again. Naruto opted to stay in place and see what Sasuke would do. But Naruto could see that he wouldn't be able to do any lasting damage. With the arm of the Shukaku out, nothing would have any lasting effects on Gaara. Chidori, yelled Sasuke after he had charged up his attack. He then charged Gaara with his jutsu. However, when Gaara put his arm in front of himself to protect himself, Sasuke didn't stop. He stupidly kept on going and charged right at Gaara's arm, trying to right through it. However, his jutsu died short when his arm got stuck in Gaara's arm of the Shukaku. Naruto then grabbed Sasuke and pulled him out of danger just before a tail appeared where Gaara's behind was. She then let out a primal growl and channeled some of the Shukaku chakra into her right arm. Then Gaara's right arm became like that of the Shukaku. All she needed to do was get the tail, and she would have completed all the necessary preparations to become the Shukaku. The only way to stop him was to let him transform and then make waste a lot of his chakra. Gaara, I want to face you at your full strength. Transform into the Shukaku right now. I want to see if your ability to use your Bijuu's power is any better than the ability of my sister. Come, let us do battle. Gaara nodded and concentrated all of her demonic chakra throughout her body, which started to change completely. Soon enough, her whole body was covered in demonic chakra, which caused her whole body to change into the body of the Kyubbi. Great, now let me release my power, now strike the celestial heavens, Rariki, yelled Naruto. The clouds darkened and lightning started to rain down and combined into a dragon of lightning behind him. He swung his sword and the dragon raced towards Gaara, giving Naruto enough time to start a powerful wind jutsu. Wind style, Giant Falcon Blast. See, behind Naruto, a giant falcon emerged from a large amount of wind that had begun to appear when Naruto initiated the jutsu. The hawk then dive-bombed at Gaara. However, Gaara was able to jump out of the way before the falcon hit her. Then as soon as Gaara had gotten away, her body erupted out of the giant sand tanuki and activated her own jutsu, playing possum jutsu. Then her eyes transformed into that of the Shukaku while Gaara fell asleep on top of Gaara. Then suddenly the Shukaku started laughing. Ha 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 ha. Finally I'm free. Now let's have some fun. No you don't, yelled Naruto as threw some kunai with exploding seals at Gaara, wind style, repulse wave. The kunai then sped up as the wind jutsu gave the kunai more speed and power. Boom. Some of the sand on the Shukaku's arm fell off, but as soon as it fell off, the sand was replaced by sand that the Shukaku summoned from the ground. You think that those puny little objects can hurt me? Think again you puny human. I am the master of the eternal sands, no object can harm me. Then with a swish of his tail, the Shukaku sent waves of sand towards Naruto. Well, ruler of the sands, what happens if water mixed into your sand? Will you be able to control it as well as you can right now? Water style, raging tsunami, yelled Naruto as he weaved hand seals while jumping backwards through the forest. He then spat some water at the sand. And then, let's see what happens when we add lightning to the water. Reiki. Naruto then swung his sword at the water he had spat, which was rushing towards the sand, which combined with the lightning. As a result, the sand was stopped entirely. That doesn't make a difference. I can still kill you with a swing of my tail. Can you? If you could you would have done it by now. Let me show you what true power is all about. I will show you Gaara, the error of your ways, wind style, wings of wind. 2 transparent wings grew on Naruto's back. Then Naruto flew up to Gaara and drove a lightning-enhanced punch to her face, effectively waking her up from her forced sleep as well as causing the Shukaku body to disappear. Stay away. Don't hurt me, stammered Gaara fearfully as she backed away from Naruto. It's okay. I won't hurt you anymore. You just had to learn the lesson of what true power is. True power is the ability to protect the people that you love or care for. Do this, and you will become truly strong. Although a little training on controlling your bijou would help too. Then right after he said these words, Kankuro and Temari appeared behind Gaara with their weapons ready. They were about to start attacking when they were stopped by Gaara saying, Temari, Kankuro, it's time for the fight to stop. We have lost this battle and the invasion. Let's go. Temari and Kankuro's eyes widened. Gaara not wanting to fight? What was the world coming to? They both helped Gaara up and took off with Gaara on their shoulders as Lee, Choji, Akamaru, and Kiba appeared behind Naruto. What the hell are you doing, Naruto? Are you just going to let them get away? After all that they did to the leaf? Asked Kiba in an infuriated tone. Yes Kiba, I am letting them go. The 4th Kazekage, who was in fact Orochimaru of the Sannin, used them. Now, let's get back to the village. I have to make sure that Hakune-san is a-okay. Lada. Then Naruto disappeared in a flash of lightning, while Choji faded into dust. Lee just used his super speed to hurry to the village while leaving Kiba in the dust. Vertical bar Chunin Arena, Hokage battle vertical bar. Lightning style, double lightning strike jutsu, yelled Minato as he sent 2 lightning bolts at Orochimaru. Orochimaru was able to dodge it, but was hit by some lightning-enhanced shuriken and kunai. Earth style, earth bomb jutsu, yelled Orochimaru as he flew towards Minato while spitting 5 bullets at the 4th Hokage. However, to Orochimaru's surprise, Minato used a blocking jutsu instead of dodging. Lightning style, shield of thunder. Called out Minato as a tall rectangular shield appeared, stopping the 5 bullets that Orochimaru spat out. Then he started a new attack. Lightning style, thunder shuriken. The shield then became many parts. The shield had become many shuriken that were made of lightning. Orochimaru dodged the attacks, but was tackled by a clone of Minato. Before Orochimaru could escape, the clone detonated itself, severely injuring Orochimaru. GRR. I will be back Hokage. You can count on it. Sound 4, retreat. Orochimaru then fled as the barrier surrounding the battle began to crumble because the Sound 4 stopped holding the barrier up. They then fled the battle scene. The Anbu were about to give chase to them when Minato signaled for them to let them go. Okay everyone, I want all enemy ninja in 2 buildings. 1 building for the dead, and another building for those who are still alive. Treat those who are alive until they can be interrogated. Then interrogate the Sound on why they attacked us. Heal the Sand ninjas to full health and let them go free. They were misled as their leader was not who they thought it was. Then get me a list of all the casualties. Dismissed, said Minato as he surveyed the damage that the invasion had done to the Leaf Village. But the largest amount of damage was in the forest. What happened in the forest to cause so much damage? Though Minato as he started to help his ninja transport the live enemy ninja to the hospital. As he was doing this he saw his son arrive at the academy to help calm the children and tell the Chunin instructors of the situation. Speaking of his children, Natsume was probably still laying in bed due to the injuries that she received from her fight with Naruto. Vertical bar with Naruto vertical bar. Alright guys, spoke Naruto as he appeared in the academy, the invasion has been dealt with and all invaders have either fled, been captured, or has been killed. But right now, we should make sure all the students are still here, and take them home. Ino, you take care of the children who are living in the northern part of Konoha. Neji, you take care of the children who are living in the western part of Konoha. Hinata, you take care of the children who are living in the eastern part of Konoha. Shino, you take care of the children who are living in the southern part of Konoha. All the ninja nodded and gathered all the children who lived in their designated area and took them home. So how was battling a Jinchuriki? I imagine it was pretty tough with you not having a Bijou to rely on, commented Shikamaru. It was easier than I expected. But that probably was because she used so much chakra in the first place. Luckily, she made defeating her easier when she allowed the Shukaku to take control of her body. All I had to do was wake her up after she went to sleep and bang, it was easy to defeat her. But enough about my battle, how was keeping control of the kids? Relatively easy. The worst cases were when I had to use my shadow possession jutsu on a few of the kids. But otherwise it was easy. Good, well I suppose we should head home too. Hokage-sama will take care of everything else for us. Agreed. Later. See you tomorrow Naruto. Yeah you too bum. Then Naruto disappeared in a flash of lightning while Shikamaru melted into the shadows. Vertical bar with Natsume vertical bar. Natsume was just waking up when she heard the crackle of lightning appear in her hospital room. When she looked in the direction of the sound, she was surprised to see her brother standing there. What do you want team? All you do is make me look bad in front of everyone every single time. Well, I came to tell you that the invasion is over. I also came to ask if you knew why you lost against me in the Chunin exam, replied Naruto. Thank you for telling me that the invasion is over. As for why I lost, it's probably because I was too impatient and just relied on brute strength to win. True, but that's not the only reason. You lost because you didn't strategize. You didn't try to figure out how I would react. There, you could have used one of the jutsus that Hokage-sama taught you. What was it called? Oh, the Shadow Clone Jutsu is what it's called. No. Yes, but what does that have to do with anything? If you use those, you can figure out how the enemy fights because whatever information it gains, you gain. It could have also helped with your training. Also, because I'm your big brother, I'm here to take you home so that you can rest in peace. I'm not that cruel. Family should look out for each other. Even if I hate you. Then, Naruto picked Natsume up, and jumped out of the hospital window towards the Hokage mansion. Vertical bar Hokage mansion vertical bar. When Naruto got home he found himself confronted by 3 angry family members. Where have you been? Why is Natsume with you? Naruto. How could you endanger yourself so recklessly? For 5 minutes this went on until Naruto finally couldn't take anymore. Enough. If you want to know where I have been, then you will have to wait until I put Natsume into her room. The rest of his family relented and allowed him to do so, but when he came down, he was subjected to their questioning. Okay Naruto, said Minato as he stood up and started pacing, where the hell were you doing the invasion and why did it take so long for you to get home? Oh how touching. My malevolent father finally cares about me. I don't think I'll tell you. The only one I will tell is Hakune-san. You two didn't care about me until I started being someone. So tell me, why should I care about you? We're sorry. Please forgive us. We'll do anything, cried Kushina. No, I won't forgive you for a long time. I must go to sleep now. Johnny. Hakune-san, do you want to hear what happened? Nah. We'll all hear about it when you give your report tomorrow. Johnny. Then both Naruto and Haku went up to their rooms to sleep. Meanwhile Minato and Kushina were busy discussing what to do with their son. Vertical bar. A week after the rescue mission, just outside Hokage Manor vertical bar. Naruto was out back trying to perfect this new fire move he had created. Basically, it used a dish of sake to create flames by blowing fire and wind nature chakra onto it. The result would be blue flames that would be as strong as the Amaterasu of the Mangekyou Sharingan. Unfortunately, despite Naruto's high chakra reserves, he couldn't use this move as effectively as a fire-style user because he is not a natural-born fire-style user. Naruto, yelled Natsume. Oh yeah, Naruto and Natsume are back on talking terms. However, over the past week, they have more or less worked out their differences. They may not be best friends or really close siblings, but they are no longer going to fight every time they are in each other's vicinity. I got it Naruto. I used Hashikaze effectively. That's great, Natsume. But that doesn't explain what you did, deadpanned Naruto. Oh, my bad. Here watch, said Natsume. She took out her Zanpakuto, which had taken on the form of a katana. "Blast away, Tashikaze," roared Natsume. Her Zanpakuto transformed into a combat knife. She slashed the air in front of her. Naruto could see thin blades of wind attack the trees near the house, cutting them down. "Good job," said Naruto warmly. It seems that the training with Hakune had paid off. "Yeah," muttered Natsume, "if you don't count all the times that she tried to kill me." Natsume had been training with Haku the past week, although it was more of Haku trying to kill Natsume for hurting her little brother, and for making him feel like less than nothing when they were kids. "Well," said Naruto, "I'm going to go out. I'll see you later." Naruto grabbed his katana and put it in his belt and walked off. While walking, many people openly stared at him. Maybe it was because of his happy. Maybe he should stop wearing it. Nah, they can deal with it. Besides, it's not like it's that bad. As Naruto was walking, a scroll dropped on Naruto's head, bouncing into his hands. Ma, muttered Naruto, "what's this?" As he read, he saw that all the rookies that became Chunin were being called together to form a special platoon. Vertical bar Hokage's office. Vertical bar. "Hello, Hokage-sama," said Naruto as he walked in. Naruto glanced around and saw that he was the last one to arrive. "Ah, Naruto, you're here. Now we can begin," said Minato jovially, before getting serious. "I am forming this platoon for one reason: your teamwork is exceptional. I thought about adding in all the members from the rescue mission, but I want to leave that up to you guys." Naruto glanced around at the others. "I don't have a problem with Natsume or Hinata. They don't have big egos. Well, Hinata never did, and Natsume has gotten over it." "I agree with Naruto," said Neji. "Natsume has gotten over her arrogant and I'm better than you phase. And Hinata has never been egotistical. All she needs to do is stop being so gentle and kind and she'll be a great shinobi." "I second that," said Rock Lee. "But what problem do you have with Kiba, Naruto?" "The problem with Kiba is his ego," growled Naruto. "Do you not remember how much he argued with my orders during the rescue mission?" Many of the Chunin present nodded. "If he did that, then who is to say that he wouldn't do it again? If he's going to be in our platoon, he's going to have to be able to take orders without complaint." "Naruto does have a point," said Shino. "I myself to advise having Kiba in our platoon. I think it's best if we don't include him. What do you say, Shikamaru?" "Troublesome," muttered Shikamaru. "I agree with Naruto and Shino. It is undisputable that Kiba is an excellent fighter, however, he will not listen to those he considers inferior to himself. And unfortunately for us, to him, all of us are inferior to him. I propose that we have a fake mission." "What do you mean by that?" asked Minato. "What I mean is that you station one of your Chunin, say Izumo or Kotetsu, at a location with some hostages. Then with the 3 Genin, we will divide into 3 teams of 3 with one of the Genin coming along. As we reach the objective, we will observe how they act and if they should be on the platoon. When we reach the fight, we will tell them how to fight, and if they disobey in a way that compromises the mission, they are immediately off. Is that a reasonable suggestion, Hokage-sama?" asked Shikamaru. "I think it's an excellent suggestion," said Minato. "Also, I have provided you with a base of operations. It is located within the Hokage Monument. Seals made by both me and Jiraiya have reinforced the Hokage Monument. So you'll be able to stay there and train to your heart's content. It also connects to the underground, so you'll be able to train there as well." "Thank you, Hokage-sama," said Ino. "But what are we called?" "I've named you the First Response Team. Your duties would be to go assist any teams that may need your assistance on a mission if you are here. You are authorized to go without my permission. But this will only be formed after you test Natsume, Kiba, and Hinata. Understand?" "Yes, sir." Minato pressed a button on his desk to call his secretary. "Please send Kotetsu, Izumo, Yugao, and Kurenai up to my office, please." After a few minutes of waiting, the 2 Jounin and 2 Chunin arrived. "All right," said Minato, "I am forming a new platoon, but 3 members are Genin and must be tested." "All right, Hokage-sama," said Kurenai, "but that doesn't explain why we are here." "We are going to set up a fake mission. You will all be paid, of course. Izumo and Kotetsu will disguise themselves as enemy ninja who have no master. They will be holding you as hostages halfway between here and Nami, understood?" "Yes, Hokage-sama." "And Kotetsu, Izumo, you are only to go at half power so that the Genin can defeat you too." "Yes, sir." "Now go, and prepare," commanded Minato. All the ninja in the room bowed their hands, before disappearing. Minato grabbed a scroll and started writing up a mission along with the payment. Vertical bar with Naruto. Vertical bar. Naruto arrived back at home in time to see Natsume running off. "Natsume!" called Naruto. Natsume turned to see Naruto. Naruto? I thought you had something to do. I did, replied Naruto. But Hokage-sama has assigned us a mission. Jounin Kurenai and Yuga Uzuki have been kidnapped by two unknown ronin of unknown skill. Meet me at the village gates in 10 minutes. That is how long you have to prepare. Naruto then jumped away, leaving a focused Natsume. So you're going on a mission with Naruto, are you? Asked Haku from behind Natsume. Yes, Haku-san, said Natsume. Just know that if you make it out of this mission successful, it will be better for you, and remember what Kakashi and I have taught you. If you do that, then you will be a great shinobi, said Haku before walking away, leaving a bewildered Natsume. Vertical bar 10 minutes later vertical bar. Natsume arrived at the gates to see Lee, Neji, Shikamaru, Ino, Shino, Naruto, Hinata, and Kiba gathered there. Once she arrived, Naruto stepped forward. All right, our mission is to rescue two of our Jounin. This is not a frontal attack mission. We will slip in and slip out. Fight only if necessary. Understood? Why? Asked Kiba. Why not fight the people who abducted the Jounin? I mean, if we beat them, then we don't have to worry about them. Normally, you would be right, said Naruto, but we have no idea what their skill is. So we will be doing a snag and run operation. Is that clear? DCH, said Kiba, turning his head the other way. Akamaru, meanwhile, yipped his understanding. Good. Now we will be moving in 3 teams of 3. Shikamaru, Neji, and Natsume. Shino, Ino, and Kiba. Lee, Hinata, and I will be the final team. Those are 3 teams. Shikamaru will be leading his team, and Shino will be leading his team. Ino and Neji are their seconds. At the moment, the kidnappers are camped out halfway between here and the bridge to Nami. So they haven't gotten far. Naruto then handed out earpieces to the captains of each team. This will allow us to stay in contact easily. Don't lose them. Now move out. The teams jumped into the trees, fanning out, so that they could have a position from 3 angles. As they were traveling, Lee made hand signs to Naruto. Kiba is almost out, isn't he? Aye. Suddenly, Naruto called for his team to come to a stop. Elsewhere, the other captains called for their teams to come to a halt. Hinata, Byakugan if you would. Hinata nodded. Byakugan. Veins appeared near Hinata's eyes as she scanned the surrounding area. The kidnappers are 15 feet ahead of us, 12 feet to our left, said Hinata. Good, said Naruto. He put his hand to the earpiece. Do you guys have a lock on their position? Position confirmed, came Shino's voice. Position confirmed, came Shikamaru's voice. All right, here's the plan, said Naruto before he saw Kiba's fang over fang attack. Damn it. Kiba's attacked. Now we go back him up, then kick his ass. As they were going, Naruto switched to a different channel. Gotetsu, Izumo, kick Kiba's ass. He has disobeyed an order. Got it, Naruto, said Izumo. Naruto switched back to his channel. Lee, Neji, Natsume, you guys go in hot. Shino, you back them up. You too, Shikamaru. Hinata, you and Ino are coming with me to get the Jounin. Go. They all leapt into action. When they got to the kidnappers, they saw that they had already beaten Kiba to a pulp. Fire style, fire blast, yelled Natsume. An orb of orange energy formed between her hands, before it rocketed towards them. The one who was wearing a brown cloak pulled out a giant Zanbato from somewhere to block the attack, only slightly sizzling his sword. Meanwhile, Naruto arrived to free the sensei, who fled with Ino and Hinata. Everyone, pull back, yelled Naruto. No, shouted Kiba. We're winning. We can win this fight. Naruto shook his head and appeared behind Kiba, knocking him out with a chop to his neck. Naruto nodded to Izumo and Kotetsu, who fled. Naruto picked up Kiba and started running back with him to the Hokage's office. Vertical bar Hokage's office vertical bar. Once they had arrived in the office, Minato looked at Kiba and said, I suppose this mission wasn't a complete success. No Hokage-sama, it wasn't. Inuzuka Kiba has failed to pass the examination. He no longer will be part of the first response team. Understood, said Minato, making a note of it on a scroll. Also, Natsume and Hinata has passed the test with flying colors, said Shikamaru. And we would recommend Tenten for the missing position. She has good teamwork and will follow orders. I concur, said Naruto and Neji. Very well. Tenten will be added to your team. Excuse me, said Natsume, could someone explain what the hell is going on here? Hokage-sama, if I may, said Shikamaru. Minato nodded his consent. Very well, Natsume, Hinata. As you have guessed by now, this mission was a phony. A fake designed to test your ability to work under a commanding officer. Kurenai and Yugao were never in danger, and the kidnappers were none other than Izuma and Kotetsu. Yu and Hinata did admirably well. However, Kiba has failed his examination. We have concluded that he will not be able to work under us, and will be put under a Chunin to work for until he passes the Chunin exams. We are going to be known as the first response team. This means we will have permission to leave at any time to assist a team that needs help, as long as it is within our abilities to do so. Right now, at the moment the best that we could take on would be a B-rank mission, maybe a low A-rank mission if we are lucky. To make amends for that shortcoming, Hokage-sama has give our team a leave of 2 years. We have 2 years to train outside of Konoha and travel so that we can take on S-rank threats. The person who will be filling Kiba's spot will be Tenten. I also think that Choji should be included in this. Despite not getting through the prelims, he is very versatile in Earth Jutsu as well as being able to use Daijutsu style that uses Earth Nature Chakra. Natsumoy and Hinata stared in awe. So, said Naruto, will you join this team? Yes, said Natsumoy, but who is in charge of the platoon? I mean many of them are the same rank. That is a good question, Natsumoy, said Naruto. Who is in charge, Hokage-sama? You are, Naruto, said Minato. You display amazing leadership abilities. It is for that reason that I am placing you in charge of this platoon. There is also the fact that you are probably one of my strongest Chunin. The only thing most other Chunin have on you is experience. You guys will leave in 3 days. I will tell Tenten of her new status myself. Thank you Hokage-sama. By your leave, you may go, said Minato. But before you leave Konoha, I need you guys to create an emblem for your squad. Understood? We will tell you what it is before we leave, said Naruto, as he left. He and Natsumoy left for their homes, with everyone going back to their respective houses. When he got home, he saw Haku smiling. So I take it that you have finally accepted Natsumoy back as your sibling? Yeah. She proved herself today. I got my little sister back, said Naruto smiling. Suddenly Natsumoy landed behind them. Naruto, don't leave me behind like that. It isn't fun trying to catch up with you. Then you shouldn't be so slow, Imoto, said Naruto, poking her in the forehead before going in. When he saw Kushina cleaning his blades that he received from Natsumoy, he decided enough was enough. It was time to start the process of reconciliation. Kasan? Asked Naruto. Kushina dropped the sword she was cleaning when she heard that. Naruto-kun? Asked Kushina. Naruto nodded. Sochi, sobbed Kushina. I know I don't deserve your forgiveness, but I will never favor either of my children ever again. So please, don't leave me again. I won't Kasan. I'm back. I'm done being a jerk and ignoring you. Please, forgive me, said Naruto as he hugged Kushina. It's alright, Sochi. You're home and that's what matters. Now to celebrate, I'll make us some ramen for dinner, the Uzumaki special that you so loved when you were a child. Now come, I'm going to need help and you loved helping when you were younger. Okay, Kasan, said Naruto, after Kushina sheathed the Uzumaki blades and put them back on the table. The two went into the kitchen to make dinner. Right outside the kitchen, Haku was leaning against the wall. So you've finally come to terms with yourself, have you Itoto? Good for you. My job as your protective/supportive Nei-chan is coming to a close. Soon, I'll just be your normal Nei-chan. And I'll be waiting for the day when you finally surpass Tosan and Kasan. Don't disappoint me, Itoto, whispered Haku before going to her room to prepare for a mission she had tomorrow. Meanwhile, Natsumoy put away all the pictures that she had while being in Team 7, the pictures of Sasuke, Kiba, Kakashi, and her. They were so painful. First, Sasuke betrays everyone. Then, Kiba starts disobeying orders. It looks like Team 7 has finally broken up. It's time for a new beginning. She looks at the last picture on her bedstand. It was a picture of their family right before they turned 5. In it, Naruto has arm wrapped around Natsumoy's shoulders, showing how close they were then. I wonder, whispered Natsumoy, if I can ever make up for the mistake I made. I swear, I will help you in everything that you do, Naruto-ni-san. After a while, she heard Minato flash in. Kushina, I'm home, said Minato. Where are you? I'm in the kitchen cooking the Uzumaki special, shouted Kushina. Huh? You haven't cooked that since Naruto started acting cold to us. But Naruto has come back. My Sochi-kun is back. Minato wondered what she meant and went into the kitchen. In there, he found Kushina and Naruto working together like they did when Naruto was younger to cook the ramen. You're finally back, Musico, said Minato. You've broken out of the curse. You are free at last. Meanwhile Naruto was concentrating on making the ramen. The perfect amount of salt had to be added. No more, no less. Even a single extra grain could be disastrous for the taste. As soon as he put a grain in, Naruto took a spoon to taste the soup. "Yatta! I did it!" shouted Naruto, before going over to the noodles that were ready to go in a bowl. He dumped them in, along with some fish balls, fish cakes, and shrimp. Soon he was stirring for about 5 minutes before he turned off the stove and turned to see Minato. "Hello," said Naruto, awkwardly. "Naruto, it's okay," said Minato while smiling. "I know that it is uncomfortable right now, but you are allowed to call me Tosan. I know you can do it." "Okay, Tosan. Dinner is ready." Naruto took out some bowls and served the ramen for everyone. "Here you go, Kosan, Tosan." Naruto smiled a wild grin, which had not been seen since he was 4. "Thank you, Naruto-kun," said Minato. "Now, come, let's go set the table." The father and son went on to set the table for dinner. "Now, call everyone for dinner," said Minato. After everyone was seated, the entire family had a great time during dinner for the first time in ages. After that, Naruto and Natsume had a great time conversing and teaching each other about the trade they excelled at. Well, it was more Naruto teaching Natsume, and Natsume trying to find things to correct Naruto on. Despite this, the entire family had a great night. Vertical bar. Next day. Vertical bar. Naruto got ready and pulled on the clothes that he had worn to go find Tsunade. Once again, he had his Zanpakuto sealed onto the skin of his arm. But this time, he also wore a gauntlet on his right hand. It was a thin gauntlet that hugged Naruto's skin, but on the top it was pretty thick. But the special part about it was that it could launch kunai from the bottom, although the kunai had to be specially made by Tenten, as well as having a hidden sword. Naruto and Natsume walked to the meeting place of the team where Naruto saw everyone gathering. "Yo, Naruto," said Choji, who had been notified of his new position. "Hello Choji. I see you got the message. It's good to see you. Now, as many of you know, before we leave tomorrow or today, we have to decide on an emblem for our team. Are there any suggestions?" "An iris," said Tenten. Everyone looked at her for an explanation. "What?" "It signifies courage." "Yarrow," said Lee, "to signify fighting." "Anyone else?" asked Naruto when no one else was coming forth with ideas. No one replied. "Well, I have one. The Kyubbi, to signify that those who are our enemies will perish, but those who we defend shall never be harmed." This set off a lot of murmurs throughout the group. "Naruto," said Shikamaru, "you do realize that your sister contains the Kyubbi, right?" "Of course, but I still believe in what I said. Now let's vote if there are no other ideas." All of the members nodded. "All in favor of the iris?" Tenten, Ino, and Hinata raised their hands. "Noted. All in favor of the yarrow?" No one raised his or her hand. "All in favor of the Kyubbi?" asked Naruto. Everyone but Tenten and Hinata raised their hand. "Then we will have a Kyubbi, but should we also put an iris in his mouth?" Everyone nodded. "Then we are in agreement. We shall wear the symbol of the Kyubbi with the iris flower in its mouth on our backs." "Oh, and when do you guys want to leave?" "Today," said Choji and Lee at the same time. Naruto nodded, then stood up and muttered, "Burst stream." Naruto morphed into the air, leaving surprised looks behind. "What was that?" asked Choji, looking at Shikamaru. "Beats me. I've never seen that before." "It's a move that Naruto created to match the speed of Tosan's flying thunder god," said Natsume. "He can do that?" asked Tenten. Natsume nodded. "Damn, he's good. Well, we'll beat him in speed, won't we, Senbonzakara?" The katana that Tenten had on her belt vibrated in agreement. Vertical bar. Hokage's office. Vertical bar. Naruto appeared in the Hokage's office, but it seemed like a bad time as Minato was yelling at Homura and Koharu. "I will not let my daughter or son be inducted into Root," yelled Minato. "Oh, hello Naruto, what did you want?" "Just wanted to let you know that we came up with the final symbol of our squad," said Naruto. "And what is it?" sneered Koharu. "Kyubbi with an iris flower in its mouth. This image would also be imprinted onto a happy." "Very well. When do you guys leave?" asked Minato. "We would like to leave within the hour," said Naruto. "Very well. I'll have it to you then," said Minato. Naruto left the room. "Now," whispered Minato, "what was that about Naruto and Natsume going into Root?" "Nothing," said Homura, putting his hand over Koharu's mouth. "We were just on our way out." "Thank you for your time, Hokage-sama." Vertical bar. Hokage Monument HQ. Vertical bar. "All right," said Naruto, "we'll be receiving our happy in an hour. Until then we can grab our things and prepare to leave. From tomorrow on out, we are on our own, so bring enough supplies to last. Also, Bring some money." Naruto then disappeared again. The other squad members also dispersed to go grab their belongings. Soon enough, and an hour had passed. The members of the squad appeared in the Hokage's office with all their supplies. "Here you go," said Minato, handing a happy to each of them. "Wear them with pride for your Konoha's first response team. I will send multiple missions to you through summons and Jiraiya. Naruto, just send them back your summons along with the heads of the targets, as all missions I will be sending you on are missions in which you will have to kill others. Is that understood?" "Yes, Hokage-sama," chanted the entire team. "Then you are dismissed. Go out and make a legend for yourselves. Become the best of the best. Team Naruto, you are dismissed." The entire team nodded, put on the happy, and jumped out the window and left the village. The parents of all the ninja who had left stepped out from the shadows. "Don't worry, they'll be alright. They have each other." "That's what worries me," said Inoiki. "But they'll get through it. For that is what the team symbolizes." Vertical bar. Konoha's front gates. Vertical bar. Izumo and Kotetsu were relaxing on guard duty, when they heard, "You guys still sleeping on the job?" Izumo and Kotetsu looked up to see Naruto wearing Anbu-style pants and sandals along with a red kimono top and a black happy with the symbol of the first response team on the back of it. On his sash, he carried a katana in a wooden sheath, unlike the others. However, the most noticeable difference was the scar ran underneath his left eye in a U-shaped fashion, which had an eye band covering it. Behind him stood Tenten, Choji, Shino, Natsume, Ino, Neji, Hinata, and Lee. All of them had some kind of sword on them. Choji carried a naginta on his back, but the rest carried a katana on a sash tied around their waist. "Oh, so you're back?" asked Izumo. "Well, it's been a lonely 2.5 years without you. Hokage-sama wants to see you in his office ASAP." "Got it," said Naruto. The team started walking towards the Hokage's tower. As they walked, people pointed and said, "Look, there's the first response team. I heard that they were on a training trip. Look, it's composed of mainly clan heirs. Even the Ondame's children are on the team." The team ignored all the comments coming their way as they walked to the Hokage tower. As they were walking, they encountered a familiar face, Kiba. "So you guys finally decide to show up?" asked Kiba. "Well, it's a good thing. After all, if you'd been out there any longer, Hokage-sama would have had no choice but to send me out to look for you. You guys are useless after all." Naruto just sighed and walked around Kiba, past him. The others did the same as well. "Hey!" shouted Kiba, turning around. "Are you guys even listening to me?" Try as he did, Kiba couldn't get a single reaction out of the team. Frustrated with his lack of results, Kiba left and went to go train. Soon, Naruto and Ko had reached the Hokage's tower. Naruto entered with his team and walked up to the Hokage's office. Naruto knocked on the door as he entered. "Hello, Hokage-sama," said Naruto. "Naruto," exclaimed Minato. "When did you get back?" "Just now. My team is ready for any mission. We are ready for whatever mission out there save for some S-rank missions and SS-rank missions. Those are the only ones that we might fail." "That is good. And your missions prove that you indeed speak the truth. But I wish to know where you believe your team is on average," said Minato. "Well," said Naruto, "our weakest member overall would be Hinata, but she makes up for that by being one of our best trackers and is able to use many moves from the gentle fist style, and has even created her own moves. She also is almost a master at water style." At this compliment, Hinata's face turned red from embarrassment. Next we have Shikamaru. As with Hinata, he's pretty much mastered the shadow element and can use wind chakra pretty efficiently. He has also perfected his on-the-battle thinking, which is thinking of strategies while on the run, and not standing in one place. Shino has mastered the use of his Kikaiku and had even built a hive. He has also gotten to an intermediate level of fire style. The only one better at it is Natsume, and Tenten is a master with a blade and has become an intermediate level user of water and a master of wind. Neji has mastered the gentle fist style as well and mastered earth jutsu, and like Hinata has incorporated that into his gentle fist. Ino has created a new style of jutsu called flower just to using different parts of flowers for jutsu and has also mastered water jutsu. Lee has also mastered his iron fist style. He can now open the gates up to the 7th gate, although he can only keep it open for about 45 seconds. Natsume has made great progress. She can fully utilize the Kyubbi's chakra and has mastered all 3 of her chakra natures: fire, wind, and water. "Fully mastered?" interrupted Minato. "Yes, fully mastered. Other than that, we have all become very proficient in using the special abilities of our swords. All of them have unlocked their first stage, Shikai, and Natsume, Tenten, and Choji have unlocked the second stage, Bankai. And what of you? asked Minato. Both stages unlocked before I left Konoha. I just fully mastered the techniques and learned a new style of techniques called Kido, which I had begun learning before the Chunin exams. Pondered Minato. Well, based on your assessment of each member, I would say that they are all at Jounin battle, correct? Naruto nodded. Then you are all hereby promoted to Jounin. Now you are dismissed. Report back here tomorrow for missions. Yes sir, said all the newly instated Jounin before disappearing. Natsume and Naruto jumped through the rooftops of Konoha, before landing on the ground before the Hokage Manor. Home sweet home, said Natsume as she went inside. Naruto, however, stayed outside waiting for the familiar chakra that was on its way home. Soon Haku landed in the clearing and was surprised to see her little brother waiting for her. Hello, Hakune, said Naruto as he hugged her. Atoto, said Haku, it's good to have you back. Next time you go on a training trip, please tell me. I was worried sick until Tosan told me where you had gone. I'm sorry Hakune, but you had already left for a mission, and I forgot to leave you a letter. I won't do it again. Now, said Haku, I believe it's time for me to test how much you've improved. Can you fight right now? You better believe I can, replied Naruto as he put down his traveling bag. Good, then let's go to the training field. Naruto and Haku went to the training field. Haku drew Zabuza's decapitating carving knife from the seal on her back. Naruto drew his sword from its wooden sheath. I'm ready, Hakune, said Naruto, putting his sword in his left hand. Then, we begin, said Haku as she charged at Naruto, jumping in the air and bringing down the decapitating carving knife. Naruto blocked the attack with his sword. Sorry Ne-chan, but it's not going to be that easy. Naruto pushed the blade off and got through Haku's guard and yelled, Hakasaudu Sho. Naruto placed his palm on Haku's stomach and pushed chakra through it, sending Haku flying backwards. Naruto sheathed his sword and got into the fighting position that he had learned while away from an ancient tome, the Shinyi Ryuhei. Impressive, said Haku, putting away her sword, but let's see if it's good enough. Ice style, ice breath. Haku took a breath of oxygen, before expelling it in the form of wind that froze anything it touched. Fire style, flame brilliance. Naruto brought his hands together and formed flames around them before launching the flames at the icy wind, stopping it. Lightning style, lightning armor. Naruto was surrounded in lightning as he used its enhanced speed to get in close to Haku. Haku, however, yelled, water style, outpour flood. Water gushed out of her mouth like water rushing out of a dam and slammed Naruto into a tree. Wind style, wind slash, yelled Naruto as he was being pushed against the tree by the water, slashing his hands, sending blades of wind at Haku. The blades cut her skin, and stopped the jutsu, allowing Naruto to regain his footing. Lightning style, plasma beam, shouted Naruto, forming a ball of plasma in his hand, before it fired a beam at Haku. Water style, water encampment wall, countered Haku. However, right after she ended the jutsu, Naruto was once again right in front of her. Shiniri Kugo Taihoten Shitsuheiken, B, said Naruto, punching Haku in the chest, and sending her flying, coughing up blood. Haku stood up, coughing up blood. You've grown strong, Naruto, but if that's all you have, you'll never surpass Minato. I will. Ground out Naruto. He then put his hands together and started chanting. Sprinkled on the bones of the beast. Sharp tower, red crystal, steel ring. Move and become the wind, stop and become the calm. The sound of warring spears fills the empty castle. Hado 63, Reikoho, C. An orb of lightning appeared in Naruto's palm and Naruto thrust it out at Haku. Haku jumped over it, but Naruto, using his index and middle finger, made the lightning go after Haku, hitting her in the back, sending her into the ground. Ice style, ice garden, yelled Haku, creating a garden of ice roses that slammed into Naruto. Damn, I need to get rid of this ice, muttered Naruto. I guess I have to use the sake. Naruto reached into the folds of his kimono top and grabbed some sake and a sake dish. Hakune, here's another jutsu that I have developed. Watch and learn. Fire style, sake breath. Naruto breathed wind and fire chakra into the sake, creating blue fire that not only melted the ice, but also burnt Haku. When the flames died down, Haku saw Naruto drinking the sake, and putting the materials back into the folds of his kimono top. Naruto-kun, let's finish this with one final attack. You're strongest, against mine, said Haku, with determination as she started weaving hand seals. Fine, let's do this, said Naruto as he too began forming hand seals. Ice style, icicle dragon. Storm style, laser dragon. The two dragons, one made of ice, the other of pure energy formed. Both fighters pointed with their palms at the intended target. Both dragons flew towards the target, ending up in a headlock. Storm style, laser circus, yelled Naruto. Haku's eyes widened as multiple beams hit her in the chest, sending her flying into a tree. As Haku's concentration decreased, the laser dragon bowled through the ice dragon and was about to hit Haku when it vanished. Good enough? Asked Naruto from above Haku. Indeed, said Haku as she took Naruto's hand. You have improved. I am proud of you. Thank you, Nei-san, said Naruto. Suddenly Naruto heard clapping from the side of the training field. Naruto looked over to see Kushina, Natsume, and Minato clapping. That was an impressive battle, said Minato. Indeed, said Kushina, but how were you able to do the storm element? Naruto sighed. Yeah. I guess it is time to reveal the secrets, which I have kept from all of you for so long. Can we go inside to discuss this? Asked Naruto. And can I assume that this will never reach anyone else's ears or be written on paper? Of course. But first, Haku, I want you to go to the hospital. Can you make it there on your own? Of course I can. But Naruto-kun, I'll be expecting an explanation later, understood? Yes, Hakune, replied Naruto. The family of 4 went into the house as Haku took to the trees to get to the hospital. As they entered the house, Naruto picked up his bag. Once all of them were inside, Minato started making hand seals before the walls of the house glowed blue. All right, said Minato, now you can talk without fear of being overheard. So let's hear what is going on. What have you been keeping from us? Well, said Naruto, you remember how one day I came downstairs with a katana in my possession? Of course, said Minato. How could I forget that? Well, that was a gift from one of my adoptive mothers, Yami, said Naruto, pausing to wait for his family's reaction. One of your foster mothers is Yami, a goddess? Asked Kushina, incredulous. Well, yes. The other one was Kami, replied Naruto. The 2 major goddesses are your foster mothers? Asked Minato. Well, yes, said Naruto. And is the sword that she gave you the one on your belt? Asked Minato. No. The one that I have on my belt is a gift from Kami. This blade, said Naruto as he drew the sword from its sheath, can cut through anything. It can even cut through the flesh of a tailed beast and can absorb chakra from those that it cuts in chakra-enhanced blades. That is one powerful blade, commented Kushina. Yes, now stop interrupting. The blade from Yami is like Natsume's Tashikaze. Yami just awakened mine much earlier than everyone else. That was Yami's gift to me. The Zanpakuto and the Kido, which are demon spells that I alone can use, as well as some other techniques, like Shunpo, Sonido, Yero, Sero and its different forms, and Bala. The ones that I have not achieved of those are Yero, Sonido, and Shunpo. The others I have achieved. Kami has given me godly power over lightning, water, and wind. I could literally create storms if I had enough control over my power. Right now, the best I can do when I use my power is to use the storm and ice element. I also use the lightning to help me in my burst when I use the burst stream. However, Kamiko-san said that once I gain mastery over it, I could use this power to change the landscape with a swipe of my hand. Once Naruto finished his explanation, he looked at his family to see them dumbfounded. So that's how you were able to master burst stream so easily. Kami helped you with it, realized Natsume, while Naruto nodded as confirmation of that conclusion. Naruto, said Kushina, processing this information slowly, is that all the information about yourself that you have withheld? I guess this would be the best time to say that I'm a Jinchuriki, right? Asked Naruto, scratching the back of his head nervously. You're like me? Asked Natsume. You're like Natsume? Asked Kushina at the same time as Natsume. Yes. I hold the Jubbi within me. That's impossible, breathed Kushina. The Jubbi was the predecessor of the 9-tailed beasts that we know today. The Rikudo Sennin was the one who had the Jubbi sealed into him before he split it into the 9-tailed beasts. It was said that it was a being of mass destruction. So how do you possess it? Jubbi told me that he sealed himself into me. Apparently, he learned that if he fought Yami, he would become corrupted and turn into the being of mass destruction. Therefore, he decided to use his powers to rip a wormhole and travel to an alternate timeline. However, this drained him of all his powers and he only reawakened when I was 8. So, basically you have a beast with unlimited knowledge at your disposal who has been guiding you since you were 8? Asked Minato. Said Naruto, confirming it. Now, is there anything else? Asked Minato. Nope, so I'm going to go get some rest. I'll come down for dinner. Naruto went up to his room and packed away all of the things that he did not consider essential for the trip. He then lay down on his bed. As he fell asleep he felt himself being pulled into his mindscape. Vertical bar Naruto's mindscape. Vertical bar. Naruto wake up to see Kami and Yami looking at him as he sat up. Kami was wearing a Konoha-style Jounin uniform, while Yami opted to go with a red kimono with white sakura blossoms on it. "Is something wrong, Kasan?" asked Naruto, tilting his head in confusion. "We're just worried about you," said Kami. Why?" asked Naruto. "If you're talking about me forgetting about you now that I have my biological family, then forget about that. I'll never forget about." "Alright?" "No, that is not what we are talking about," said Kami. "We are talking about the Akatsuki." "Why? Are they on the move?" asked Naruto. "They are more than on the move. They are now actively hunting the other Jinchuriki." "Already?" asked Naruto. "Is it Itachi and Kisame again?" "No. It's not just them. All the Akatsuki members are on the move right now. It won't be long before they get Gaara and then come after your sister." "Gaara? Is she okay?" asked Naruto. "For now. But there's no telling how long until they make a move. Jubbi is looking into why they are trying to take the tailed beasts," said Yami. "Now, I believe someone is about to come into your room. Remember to do your best." "Of course, Kami-kasan, Yami-kasan," said Naruto as he disappeared from his mindscape. Vertical bar. Real world. Vertical bar. Naruto woke up to see Haku entering his room. He sat up as Haku pulled up a chair. "Hello, Hakune, I suppose you're here for the explanation, correct?" "No need," said Haku. "I got the explanation. I was wondering why you kept it a secret. I understand why you kept it from the rest of the family, but why didn't you share it with me? You could have trusted me with the secret." "I didn't tell it to you not because I didn't want to tell you, but because Kami told me that it was best if most didn't know until I had gained a decent control over my powers. I wasn't able to do the storm or ice element until about a year ago. And even though my control over it is still a little shaky." "I understand," said Haku, "but if you ever need to talk to someone about anything, I'm always willing to listen to you. Remember that." "Of course, Hakune. And thank you for your support," said Naruto as he hugged Naruto before going downstairs for dinner. Vertical bar. Next day. Vertical bar. Naruto walked into the Hokage's office the next day after being called there. He was surprised to see Temari there as well. "Temari? What are you doing here?" asked Naruto. "I," said Temari, "am the coordinator for the Chunin exams. But I was about to leave when I got called by the Hokage." "Ah. So Hokage-sama, what did you need me for?" asked Naruto. "Just yesterday, Jiraiya informed me that the Kazekage has been kidnapped by the Akatsuki and that Kankuro went after them. I want you to take a healer and 2 others as well as Temari and rescue the Kazekage. Is that understood?" "Yes, Hokage-sama, it will be done," said Naruto. Naruto turned to Temari and said, "Meet me at the village gates in 5 minutes." Naruto then jumped out of the window and onto the Hokage monument. He reached the secret trapdoor that led to the HQ. When he got there, he saw the people that he planned to take on the mission. "Natsume, Shino, Ino, you 3 are coming with Temari and Itasuna to rescue the Kazekage. We will also be in need of your medical skills, Ino." "Understood. How long do we have to prepare?" 2 minutes, said Naruto, before grabbing a prepared scroll for A-rank missions, and going home to grab his gauntlet and the sword he received from Kami. Naruto then signed to the gate. When he got there, he saw Natsume, Ino, Temari, and Shino waiting. "Alright, let's go." The 4 took to the trees, jumping from branch to branch, at their top speed. For 3 days without rest they traveled until they made it to Suna. Once they got there, Temari was immediately told by a dust ninja, which was Suna's version of Konoha Zanbu, that Kankuro was in the hospital. All 4 of them rushed to the hospital. There the medics told Temari that Kankuro was going to die if they couldn't remove the poison. "Step aside," said Ino, "I'll get rid of the poison." When the ninja guards tried to stop her, Temari waved them off. "She's been sent to help. Besides, if we can't do it, then at least let her try. Besides, do you not recognize her? She's Ino, one of the ninjas that stayed with us for at least 2 or 3 months." "Yes, Temari," said the ninja. Meanwhile, Ino worked her magic, using a jutsu that she had developed to look inside Kankuro's body, and found the poison. Carefully, she made her hand intangible and scooped out the poison, by making the poison intangible as well, before making her hand tangible after the poison was out, dropping it into a vial that she produced from her person. "Thank you," said one of the ninja. "We're not in the clear yet. There are still traces of the poison in his bloodstream. Is there any herbs here that I can use?" asked Ino. "Of course," said one of the ninja as he led her away. About a minute after Ino had left, Kankuro awoke. When he saw Naruto conversing with Shino, he started coughing. Naruto turned to see Kankuro awake. "Hello, Kankuro, I see that you're awake. You should get some rest. I will, coughed Kankuro, but there is something you should know. The people who kidnapped Gaara were Sasori of the Red Sand and Deidre the Mad Bomber. I see, said Naruto, pondering what this meant. And I have a piece of clothing from Sasori, said Kankuro as he pointed to where Crow was lying. Naruto grabbed the piece of cloth. Thank you, Kankuro. Now get some rest. Kankuro complied and closed his eyes. Naruto went outside before using the summoning jutsu. A puff of smoke appeared before a scouting monkey appeared. Hey Enishi, how are you? Good, do you have any chips? Not today. I was wondering if you could help me with something? Of course, as long as it involves scouting, said the monkey. Naruto handed the piece of cloth to the monkey. Can you trace this smell and find the location of its wearer? Of course, replied Enishi, you can count on me. The monkey took off out of the village, intent on finding the source. Naruto also wrote in a scroll, which would immediately reverse summon itself to the Hokage's office. Hokage-sama, I need you to send over Tenten, Lee, and Neji. After finishing writing the note, Naruto placed it on the ground and channeled chakra into it, desummoning it. Naruto then went inside to find that Ino had already concocted an antidote and had injected it into Kankuro. Alright, said Ino, Kankuro will be fine now. There were only enough for me to make 3 other antidotes. So whoever faces Sasori will have to be very careful. Indeed. We will head out in 2 days. Neji will be able to locate us through the radio wave seal that we all have. We all need to rest up before we head out. Vertical bar 2 days later. Vertical bar 2 days passed and the entire team was finally ready to head out and rescue Gaara. They were all well rested and Naruto had received word that Neji and his team were now in Wind Country. Now let's go. As they were walking out, a voice cried out, not so fast. Naruto turned to see Lady Chio land on the ground behind them. Lady Chio, is there something wrong? Yes. I am coming with you, and nothing you say will persuade me otherwise. Very well, said Naruto as the 5 took off. For a whole day, they traveled, following the trail that Naruto's summon had lay. As they approached their destination, Naruto and his team ran into a very frightening enemy, Itachi Uchiha. Uchiha, growled Naruto. Hello, Naruto-kun. You wouldn't mind if I took your sister, would you? Asked Itachi. Like hell I'll let you take her. Lady Chio, please step back. Chio nodded and took a step back. Take formation Kageki, D. Naruto stepped in the front taking the basic stance of his taijutsu style, Shinyi Ryuhei. Natsume took the stance of her taijutsu style as well, the fox cry, which the Kyubbi taught her. Ino and Shino both took their family taijutsu styles. Naruto and Natsume were standing right next to each other, ready to rush in. Shino and Ino were right behind them, ready to serve as backup. Humph. You will not stop me, said Itachi, fire style, great fireball jutsu. Itachi took in a big breath of oxygen, before expelling it in the form of a huge fireball. Water style, great water ball jutsu, shouted Naruto, shooting a giant ball of water, turning the fireball into steam. Flower style, growing vines, yelled Ino as she threw seeds at Itachi as the steam disappeared. The seeds disappeared into the ground before erupting out of the ground trying to catch Itachi, who just dodged and jumped off of the vines. Scatter, yelled Naruto. The team jumped in different directions, and just in time too. As soon as they moved, Shuriken landed where they had been standing. Natsume, create an opening for me. I'm going to end this with one shot. Natsume nodded and engaged in a taijutsu fight with Itachi. As soon as he knocked Natsume away, Naruto appeared in front of him, already in his guard, and put his chest on Itachi's chest and yelled, Ryukei Gongtashinko. A beam of light shot through Itachi's chest, causing him to cough up massive amounts of blood. Naruto jumped back, before Itachi fell down, letting out even more blood, before he finally stopped moving. Ino, check him out, said Naruto as he and Ino approached the downed Akatsuki member. But when they reached the crater, it wasn't Itachi they saw but some obscure person. But when Chio saw the body she gasped. Chio, do you recognize this person? Yes. This is Yura. He is an advisor to the Kazekage and on the council. He is definitely no traitor, said Chio. I'll take your word for it, said Naruto. Still, he was probably used as a sacrifice for this double jutsu. This means that they know that we're on our way. Suddenly, the earpiece in Naruto's ear buzzed. Yes, this is Naruto. Neji's voice came out. Naruto, we just faced a clone of Kisame, but some person appeared after we killed Kisame. We know. Same thing happened with Itachi. Let's meet up at the base. You can tell where it is from where we are, right? Yes, I can. I can see where you are as well. You're on a direct path while we are on a diagonal. Good. We'll see you there. Naruto and Ko headed out, and finally reached a boulder, which had an iron enforcement seal on paper on it. While Naruto was trying to figure out the easiest way to destroy the boulder, Neji, Tenten, and Lee landed. "Hello, Neji," said Naruto without even looking. Looks like the only way to around this seal is with another seal. Tenten, could I have a long sheet of paper? Tenten nodded and gave him a piece of paper, which he stuck onto the paper with the iron enforcement seal on it, before taking out a brush. He then started writing the kanji for the sand particle seal on it. This seal was meant to transform materials into sand, no matter what the material was. After writing it, Naruto stored his brush and ink back in his ninja pouch, before pulsing his chakra. "Seal activate," yelled Naruto. The seal that Naruto had drawn glowed red, overriding the other seal, and breaking the rock into sand particles. The 8 ninja walked into the cave. Physically, there were 4 people there. Itachi Uchiha, Kisame Hoshigaki, Sasori, and Deidara were standing waiting for them. Gaara lay on the ground, with no pulse. Naruto searched out for any activity in Gaara and found none. "So," said Naruto, "you killed him. Shino, you and Chio take Sasori. Tenten, you and Ino take Deidara and don't hold back. Lee, you, Natsumoy, and Neji take Kisame. Lee, as I said with Ino and Tenten, no holding back. Understood?" "Yes, sir," said Lee in a serious tone. "And Natsumoy, I give you permission to use Kyubbi's chakra, but only up to the 3rd tail." "Got it," replied Natsumoy. "Then, let's go." Konoha's first response team, going forth. All the members of the team charged at their respective targets. Itachi dodged Naruto and jumped out of the cave, with Naruto following. Kisame also led his pursuit outside the cave in the opposite direction of Itachi, on the ground. Meanwhile, Deidara took to the air, dodging any attack sent by Tenten or Ino. Shino and Chio stayed in the cave to face Sasori. "So," said Naruto, "I will get to face the real Itachi now." "Indeed, Naruto-kun. Do you have any new information for me?" asked Naruto, walking up to Itachi, pouring a dish of sake for the both of them. "Yes," said Itachi, a smirk spreading across his face. "Pain, leader of Akatsuki, is finally moving out into the open. I found out that his real name is Nagato and was apparently a student of Jiraiya. Ask Jiraiya about him. He also has the Rinnegan, the dojutsu of the Rikudo Sennin." "I see. And who is the real mastermind behind this?" asked Naruto. "You caught on to that, did you?" asked Itachi. "Well, it's pretty obvious. When we last talked, you told me that Pain is the one who brought Akatsuki together, not that he was the leader. Therefore, I can assume that it was someone else who is the mastermind." "You truly are a genius, Naruto. But you're right, it's not Pain who is the mastermind. It's a masked man who calls himself Toby. But Naruto, when I got a closer look at him with my Sharingan, I saw a Sharingan in his eyes. Either he's a rogue Uchiha, or he's someone much more dangerous." "Who?" asked Naruto, intrigued. "Well, as you know, Madara Uchiha had the eternal Mangekyou Sharingan. Well, among the Uchiha, this made us believe that he was an immortal. So, it could be him. If it's not him, then I have no idea, because all rogue Uchiha, I killed when I was still an Anbu, and I killed all other Uchiha the night I was ordered to quell the upcoming coup d'etat." "I know. So now we have a mystery Uchiha among the Akatsuki, possibly stronger than you," said Naruto. "Yes. Do you still have his eye?" Naruto smiled and lifted up the eye band, showing the red eye of a Sharingan, but more specifically, the last eye of Shunsui, before he covered it again. "Well," said Itachi, "I hope that this plan is successful. Hokage-sama is playing a dangerous game here. We are shinobi. We have to play a dangerous game if we ever want to survive in this world. It's the way of life that we live," replied Naruto. "Now I believe that we should at least spar to convince others that we didn't just attack." "Fine. Fire style, fireball jutsu," said Itachi from where they were sitting, sending Naruto flying into a tree, with third-degree burns. "Hey! I didn't mean just now. And you didn't have to be so rough. You're a shinobi, you should be able to detect these things, even if you are among friends," said Itachi as he sipped his sake. "So mean," said Naruto, picking up his sake dish. "Fire style, sake breath." Fires engulfed Itachi, who emerged with his own burns. "There, now we're even." "Indeed. I believe it is time that I got going." Yeah, said Naruto, taking the sake dish from Itachi, and putting them back in the folds of his kimono top. Naruto left and went to meet with the others who had gotten Gaara back. "So you all survived your encounters?" asked Naruto as he dropped down. "Of course," said Natsumoy, before seeing Naruto's condition. What happened to you? Amaterasu. I managed to put it out. But it left some pretty bad burns, lied Naruto. Oh. Well, Gaara is dead and we have no way to bring him back, said Natsume before Deidara, who was a few yards away, yelled, "Clay bomb jutsu." Before growing in size. Everyone backed away. He's going to blow, yelled Natsume. Katsu, yelled Deidara, an explosion heading towards the Konoha shinobi and Sunaku no Ichi. Space-time barrier, yelled Naruto, seals expanding into the air, absorbing the blast. Naruto directed his hand into the air, the explosion appearing high enough in the air that it doesn't affect them. There, said Naruto, now we don't have to worry about that. Though I suspect that wasn't the real Deidara, but merely a clone made of exploding clay. Whoa. I didn't know you could do that, said Ino. Yeah, well, that was the first time I did it. It had a 50-50 chance of working, said Naruto. Wait, said Ino, are you saying you bet our lives on the off chance that it worked? Yep, said Naruto, not caring that Ino was getting mad. You bloody bastard. We could have died, said Ino. And then you would be here to complain. Yet you are, so be happy, said Naruto. Now what are we going to do about Gaara? Ino moved away from her. Chio closed her eyes before speaking. I will revive him, said Chio. Lady Chio, are you sure? Asked Naruto. I thought you didn't believe in the next generation. I've changed my mind. The next generation has shown promise. You will lead this world to a better future, I am sure of it. If that is your choice, said Naruto, then I won't argue against it. Thank you, but I will need your chakra. I don't have enough chakra from killing Sasori. I will need your help. Very well. Ninja art, reanimation jutsu, whispered Chio as a blue glow covered her hands and placed it on Gaara's heart. Naruto put his hands on Chio's and channeled mass amounts of chakra through it. Take as much chakra as you need, said Naruto, smiling. After about a minute, Chio collapsed into Ino's waiting arms, while Gaara's heart restarted. Naruto picked up Gaara, and they made the trek back to Suna. As they were approaching Suna, Gaara awoke. Naruto? Asked Gaara, as she saw Naruto's face, and the black happy of Naruto flying in the wind. Hey sleepyhead. We're almost back to Suna, so get on your feet. Can't have the Kazekage looking weak, now can we? Of course not, said Gaara, as she got onto his feet. But how? Asked Gaara before she saw Lady Chio. Oh. We'll have to hold a ceremony in her honor. And as much as I would love to stay, I have to get back to Konoha, said Naruto, as he slipped a piece of paper into Gaara's hand. New info, whispered Naruto. Akatsuki is on the move. This is the info supplied by Itachi. I'll have to ask about the leader from Jiraiya. Apparently, Jiraiya trained the supposed leader of Akatsuki. Understood. Contact me when you have the info. Got it, said Naruto. Gaara, yelled Temari when she saw Gaara walking back. All of Suna rushed forwards to see their Kazekage back on his feet. Peace, said Gaara. While I am alive, another died so that I could live. Let us have a moment for Lady Chio, before we begin preparations for her funeral. And I must thank Konoha for saving my hide. Thank you, said Gaara as she bowed low. It was a pleasure, Kazekage-sama, said Naruto. Now we must be off. We offer our condolences. We of Konoha know what it feels like to lose an elder. Although we may not have been that old when the Sandaime died, his death was felt by all of Konoha. Now, we bid our goodbyes. The Konoha shinobi left, with Ino giving Lady Chio's body to her brother, Lord Ebizo. Vertical bar 3 days later. Vertical bar. After arriving in Konoha, Naruto dismissed his team while he went to give his report to his father. When Naruto entered the office, he found Koharu and Homura in the office. What are you two doing here? Asked Naruto. We are the advisors. We are entitled to hear what you have to say, replied Koharu. Very well, conceded Naruto. And so Naruto told them about their mission. From encountering the fake Kisame and Itachi, to breaking the Iron Enforcement Seal, to his battle with the real Itachi, to the revival of Gaara. That is very good, said Minato. Now, I have something to discuss with Naruto in private. Koharu, Homura, if you would. Both advisors left the room. So, Naruto, what did Itachi have to say? And so Naruto told him. Hokage-sama, can you bring Jiraiya here soon? I need to speak with him about one of his students that he taught before you, said Naruto. He taught students before me? Asked Minato, surprised. Yes. And one of them is the leader of Akatsuki. I need to speak with him soon. I'll see what I can do, replied Minato. Naruto nodded as thanks before leaving. As he walked, Naruto thought, this is going to get ugly. That's the end, guys. If you enjoyed, then make sure to leave a comment. This is Chaos Shinobi signing off.